Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to have a little fun doing a get ready with me using all of my Sephora recommendations. I'm going to be showing you these products in action as well as answering a few subscriber requests. So if you are interested in seeing how I created this look using all Sephora recommendations, then let's go ahead and get started. Happy weekend, everyone! Today we're going to do a full face of Sephora recommendations, but in action. And I'm going to start with what I prep my lips with every single day, and this is the DIOR Lip Maximizers. I highly recommend. These are my ultimate. I have like several of them. I did order that limited edition gold one, looked so pretty, and I'm thinking of getting the burgundy as well, but I ended up ordering a few other lip products, so I cut myself off and I can always make another order. But I'm going to go ahead, prep my lips, and I just love the maximizers. So they're gorgeous on their own, but I love to prep my lips with them because they do have a slight plumping action to them. It's not going to be something that your lips sting. It's very comfortable, just a little bit of plumping that I like, and I just love wearing these throughout the day. So these are my go-to lip products, like for lipstick, lip gloss. I just love them. I cannot recommend them enough. I think it's a great time to pick them up on sale. So the next thing I'm going to do is prep my skin, and I have fallen in love with this Merit. This is the Great Skin, and this stuff is so good. It is $38. I find like this is a steal of a deal, especially on sale, but it's by Fave, so you're going to go ahead and shake this up. And it just feels so nice on your skin. I feel like this is going to be a great way. Okay, we're going to do that again. You get it, I'm doing a pump now that it is all over here. And then I rub this here, and I'm just going to place this all over my face. And it's going to give my skin a little extra hydration, but this does not feel heavy at all. It actually feels very lightweight, but it doesn't feel like a dry oil. To me, the reason I'm loving this is because I immediately feel like my skin is going like taking in a bit of moisture, but it doesn't feel dry. It plays super nicely with makeup, and I just feel like it's good for my skin. So what I am doing is just letting that sink in. So I'll just let that sink in for a few seconds. You'll see it starting to absorb into my skin, and it just feels very plump. I feel like this is going to be so fantastic for the winter months, like a little extra layer. So you can use this as skincare itself or as a primer. And as I said the other day, if I'm having a good skincare day, I'll literally kind of just put this on with a bit of concealer and call that good. Today we're going to put on some foundation, and I'm going to be using the Hourglass. This is the Ambient Soft Glow Foundation. I've had several people message me asking me what foundation to buy at the sale, and I have been feeling the pressure myself. And I was laughing because I was going to buy that Valentino foundation, but I got so overwhelmed by picking out the shades that I just sort of passed on it. But the two foundations that I've been loving lately are Haas Labs. This is the Triclone Tech. This is so good. I have used this in a video, and I've used this in a video as well, but I was asked if I would use this on camera. So I'm in the shade 4.5. And when I had initially done my video, I was saying this is a hair light right now, but it just totally works. And I may even get another color of this. This is how much I like this one. So I'm gonna just kind of put that on. I'm gonna go ahead and use the Hourglass. This is the foundation brush that was launched with it that I love. And it's so good. It is so soft. And I am just going to buff this into my skin. And here is what this foundation looks like on the skin. It just feels so weightless. I just love the way that it gives me a little bit of a blur. This will sink in. I did use that primer, so it's a little extra glowy, but I love this combination, especially as we're coming into some cooler weather. I always want to add extra hydration to my skin, and I just feel like this is such a soft, pretty foundation that's going to look good on anyone. And again, I use that glowy primer underneath. So if you're concerned that this might be too glowy, it really is not. It's just going to make your skin look a bit healthy. Okay, then for eyes, I was asked if I would create a look using the Gucci. This is the Gorgeous palette here. And as I was mentioning the other day, the reason I love this is because it's got some very pretty neutral colors in here, and the shadows are actually really nice quality. So I'm going to create a simple eye today because we're going to be popping on a bit of a bolder lip today. And I'm going to start with this beautiful shade right here. I'm going to place that all over my lid here, and it's just a really soft, I would say, shell color, but it's got a little bit of reflection in it. It's just very pretty. So I'm just kind of placing that as the base color right here. Then I'm coming into this warm shade over here. It's perfect for the crease. And I'm just going to take a little of that and create a little depth here. Love that color. And as you can see, they're just really easy to use. They've got some pigmentation in there. I was pleasantly surprised. And again, I think this would make a gorgeous little gift. So if you have a beauty junkie that you're looking for a gift, I actually think this would be so well received because it is not only cute looking, but the shadows are surprisingly really nice. And I'm going in over here with this deeper shade. I'm going to add a little bit of that color to the outer V, just kind of adding a little bit of depth to the eyes. See, it's very pigmented. These are just really easy to use. I'm using a flat brush. This one's actually from Rephr. And I'm just sort of coming up, deepening that crease, and adding a little bit of that pretty color towards the outer V. And since it's a flat brush, I'm actually taking some of that closer to the lash line as well. And I'm just going to use a little bit of that same color underneath my lash line. Okay, simple everyday eye look here, then this color over here is so gorgeous. Let me swatch it for you. It just is really pretty copper color. So we could add a little bit of the copper, or I could go in with this color right here as liner. Now again, I'm going to be focusing on lips today, but I think it might be a little bit fun to add on a little bit of this color. I'm just going to put that close to the lash line, and I do love a pretty pop of purple near the lash line. Okay, so I'm going to pop my little thin pencil here. This is a Repher number 23 into kind of periwinkle blue or purple. It's really pretty. And I'm just going to add a little bit of that near the lash line. And we'll do a little pop of color. So just a little bit of a hazy purple near the lash line. Okay, we've got a little wash of that slight periwinkle blue or purple near the lash line. And now I am going to coat my lashes using the Gucci L'Obscure mascara. This is an award-winning mascara for a reason, and the packaging is absolutely adorable. And this is a bit of a rubberized brush here, and it makes your lashes super long. So I am going to go ahead, pop this on, and show you that. I just feel like it makes my lashes super long, and the great thing about this mascara is that you can really coat it up if you want more of a dramatic look, but you can also wear it a little bit more natural. So I'm going to go ahead and finish off the other eye. I won't bore you to death with that, and then I'll be right back. Okay, we have got eyeballs on. I did clean up my brows as well. I used the Benefit. This one is the Goof Proof brow pencil, and I did pick up for my daughter. She likes the Precisely Brow Benefit pencil. I probably don't have that name exact, but she likes the one that does not have the slanted tip, just the looser tip. So for concealer, I'm going to go ahead and pop on my KOSAS Revealer Concealer. I just love this concealer. It's just an all-over good one. And again, I often just use this all over my skin as well. It gives it such a pretty sort of healthy glow on the skin, but it really meshes in and does not look cakey or anything. So I'm going to use my IT Cosmetics Heavenly Complexion brush. This is another reason why I love this brush. One end is for concealer, and I'll just start right there, getting up into that dark hollows, and I will pat some of that over here. Obviously can use the warmth of your finger as well, so either way you want to do it. I got a little mascara on my nose, so I wiped it off. So I wiped off my foundation when I was cleaning that up. So I'm going to use a little bit of that on my nose here, just to make sure the coverage is even everywhere. Okay, then I'm going to use my Westman Atelier. This is the Face Trace, and this one is in Biscuit, and I just absolutely love this stuff. So I tend to go from the top of my ear, and I'll just bring this down. We're going to sculpt out some cheekbones over here. I will shorten my forehead just a bit, kind of gives a little warmth around the perimeter. I like to go a little bit underneath to sculpt out, and then if I want to contour my nose, I can just kind of go from the top down and down just a little bit here. I'll go in with my IT Cosmetics brush here, and I'm just going to warm up the skin. And I'll just kind of pull down a little bit of color. I like to make sure everything is nice and blended. Adds a little bit of warmth on the skin. And then I'm going to pop on Baby Cheeks. This is also from Westman Atelier. This is actually in that set that I recommended, was the Petal edition, and it comes with the blush, highlighter, and then a squeaky balm, all in the Petal shade. And I have a whole video on that, but this is such a good color. Highly recommend that set. I think it would be a fantastic gift as well. It's just really pretty. So I'm actually going to pop on a little bit of Petal, the cream color here, and I'm just going to blend that blush in. Just the perfect little pink color. I just think it is so pretty. Then for highlighter, I'm actually pulled out Nectar. That was one that I recommended the other day in case you're not wanting to get that set. I'm going to use this one, and it's just really pretty. It's got a little bit of a peachy pink undertone here, and I just like to put that up at the tops above my cheekbones right there. You can put a little bit on your nose across the bridge, cupids. It's just such a beautiful color. I love that for highlighter, and I usually just kind of tap that in with my fingers. These are not sticky. Someone asked me, are they sticky? They're not sticky at all. They're just going to give you this really pretty kind of glassy, pretty skin here. So I'll just put that on just a teeny bit right there. And then for powder, as I mentioned the other day, my ultimate favorite right now is the Westman Atelier. This is the Vital Skin Care Powder. I love this so much. But I had someone ask me if I could give them a recommendation on a loose powder. And the one that I love and think is so pretty on the skin is the Givenchy. This is the Prism Libre. And I actually have this in the number 3. And the reason I love this is it's got several different colors, so it's really going to kind of brighten up your skin and kind of correct it. So it's just a really gorgeous loose powder. It comes with a little puff, so you can use it 2 ways. You can use the puff and kind of do the roll technique where you just sort of roll it on the skin, and I will use a little like that, and then I'll show you the way I mostly use it is just with a brush. But the way that I usually use it is I'll just go like this, give it one shake into the cap so all the colors come up here. And then this is another brush that I really like. This is from Hourglass. I'll just take a little bit of this. And I will brush this onto the skin. Isn't that pretty? I'm hoping you can see, but I just feel like it gives my skin a nice little glow. And it has all these different colors in here like peach and pink, and I feel like it just sort of brightens up my skin, makes me look alive. So for loose powder, I highly recommend the PRISM LIBRE from Givenchy. Then today we're going to do a little extra. So I've done a cream blush, and then I'm going to top it off with one of my Valentino. These are the blushes I've been raving about. This is this cream to powder formula. It is so pretty. This is Call Me Coral, and I'm going to pop a little bit of that on as well because it is so pretty. And I often will do a cream blush and then you can top it with powder just for a little extra longevity. But I just want to show you how pretty these blushes are. And because these have some light reflecting pearls in them, there's days that I don't even use highlighter. I will just use the blush and feel like it kind of does the same thing where it has a little bit of some highlighter in it. So I'm just going to add a little bit of this pretty Call Me Coral on top. See how the blush just sort of livens up my complexion? I've all of a sudden become like a huge blush person. Okay, then we're gonna end with the Glow Maker. Now, I know that this particular shade is not available at the moment. This is the Valentino, this is the Go Clutch Finishing Powder, and this is in the shade, the Universal Bronzer shade, but they had two other deeper shades that I feel like you could use as bronzer. And I just like to take my big fluffy La Mer brush here, dip it into this prettiness here, and then I like to take this and buff it all over the skin. So I'm getting a little bit of a bronze look, but it is just a little bit more natural since I've got this big brush here. And I just love to use that as the finishing. Also, I love this brush just to buff everything together, take away any lines that you could possibly see. So this is another thing I just like to kind of use every day. Okay, we have got Complexion on. We're a little bit bronzy, a little bit glowy, and then I am going to use the Westman Atelier. This is the Lip Suede in Le Rouge, and I was telling everybody that I'm so surprised how obsessed I am with this particular lip palette. And my favorite color in here is this top one. This fuchsia is just so beautiful, and I will admit that I initially went on the hunt to find a dupe just for that color because I wasn't sure if I would use the other ones, but surprisingly I have. Like, I absolutely love this tomato red color as well, but this fuchsia is such a pretty pop of color. I am using her lip brush, and I do feel like you can use your fingers in here and just sort of dab it on, but I do like the way that it works best with a brush. So it doesn't have to be hers, but I would recommend using a lip brush, and we're going to pop on this fuchsia. It's such a good color. And bam, we've got a bit of a bold lip on. These are so creamy on the lips. They are also super long lasting. Like I could go and eat a salad with a little bit of dressing on here and I would still have some of the fuchsia lipstick on after eating. I don't know if they claim to be super long lasting, but I will tell you these stay on. They almost stain your lips a bit. So I know that this is a pricey little compact for lipstick, but I think I'm going to have this for a very long time. You do not use very much, very long lasting, and this fuchsia is really hard to find. I've been looking for a fuchsia lipstick ever since this was put on me, and I was like, I don't know if I'm ever going to use this. I don't want to spend the $85. Well, I can't find this color anywhere else. I just find that it completely lifts up the complexion. It is bold, it is pretty, and it's fun. It's kind of a fun look. So a little softer eye, and then focus on the little pop of color, some glossy skin, and I just really love this compact. And again, I think it would be beautiful as a gift because this is such a splurge item that you may not buy it for yourself. So this one I highly recommend. And then we're going to finish off with fragrance of the day. And I was asked for a Chanel fragrance recommendation, and bar none, I love Chanel number 5. This is the Eau Premiere. This one is so gorgeous. I find it to be a bit more modern than the classic number 5, which is another good pick. This one has got a little bit of creamy sandalwood and vanilla in here. So to me, it's got the classic Chanel aldehydes. You're going to feel that sort of classy sparkliness that you get from Chanel number 5, but the dry down on this is going to be a bit warmer, a bit creamier, and this is just a go-to. This one's also just an easy wear, and to me it's just a tad bit more modern. So if you're someone who feels like Chanel number 5 feels maybe a little bit vintage to them, I would try the Eau Premiere. I feel like it just has that bit of edginess to it that is going to make it a little bit more modern. So this is my fragrance of the day. Wanted to go ahead and do a full face of my Sephora recommendations. I have already placed one order, and I'm actually going to be going into Sephora tomorrow to do a little bit of shopping, so I will be back with my haul. But I hope everybody has a fantastic weekend, and thank you so much for watching.